Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Hi friends, my name is Forum Chandarana and I am from MS University, Baroda. Today our topic will be the novel Lord of the Flies by author William Golding. Let us start with a brief introduction of the topic. The author is a Nobel Prize winner and he belongs to Britain. He is considered one of the most important authors of Britain. The genre of this novel is it is a dystopia, it is an allegory, and it is also categorized as an adventure novel. It was written in 1954 and it is considered one of the best works by William Golding. Let us take a look at the brief story. It is about a group of boys whose plane crashes on a deserted island. This takes place during the World War II. Now, after they land on the island, they are divided into two groups, one that hunts and one that takes care of the other activities. And how they manage themselves before they are rescued forms the main plot of the story. The major themes that come out of the story are the nature of humans, the clash between civilization and savagery, and evil as a basic part of human nature. Let us see how this novel falls in these three genre classifications. The first is dystopia. Now, what is a dystopia? Dystopia is a world where the social order is frightening from a human perspective, which means basically that humans would feel insecure and threatened living in such a world. The threat is not external, but rather it comes from the social order itself. Second classification is an allegory. An allegory is a story that works on two levels. The first is the surface level where we see incidents happening and characters working out those things. The second level of the story is a secondary story that is symbolic in nature, where the surface story, the events, the characters, the symbols, motifs are symbols for a secondary story. We will come to that later. The third categorization is adventure. Now, an adventure is a story where events are dangerous and thrilling and the characters participate in those events, and these events plus the characters form the major storyline of this adventure. So we can classify the Lord of the Flies as three genres. The first is dystopia, where the world is insecure for humans. The second is allegory, where there are two layers of stories. First is the surface layer, the second is the allegorical or symbolic layer of the story, and the third is adventure, where there are thrilling events that happen to characters which forms the main storyline. Let us know something about the author. I said first that he won the Nobel Prize in 1983. Before that, his novel The Rites of Passage had already won the Booker Prize in 1980. And as I said earlier, he is one of the major authors coming from Britain. His other important works include a novel called Pincher Martin in 1956, The Brass Butterfly in 1958, The Scorpion God in 1971, The Darkness Visible in 1979, and Fire Down Below in 1989. Apart from being a novelist, he is also a playwright and a poet. Now, there are many characters in this novel, but there are 5 or 6 major characters about whom we should know a bit before we go on to the story. The first and the most important character, who is also the protagonist, is a little golden-haired boy named Ralph. Of course, he is the protagonist, but he is the first leader of the boys when they start exploring the island. He stands or he is a symbol for civilizing forces of a society. So, while Ralph is the leader of the boys in the surface story level of the allegory, he stands for civilizing forces in the allegorical or the secondary symbolic layer of the story. The second character who is opposite to Ralph and who is an antagonist and who becomes later the enemy of Ralph is a character called Jack. The boys are divided into two groups. One is headed by Ralph, who looks for ways to survive on the island, and the second is a group that is given the task of hunting, and Jack is the leader of that hunting group. He, contrary to Ralph, is a symbol of savage impulses that Golding says are basic or fundamental to human nature. The third important character is a little boy named Piggy, who is smart but physically weak and is on Ralph's side. He is a symbol of scientific or the rational part of human civilization or social order. Later on, we will see how his glasses act as a symbol of science and how his glasses are also broken later that symbolize chaos descending upon the society. The last and the most important character is the Lord of the Flies himself. Now, the Lord of the Flies is not a human being and it is not alive either. It is the head of a dead pig that is later on called the Lord of the Flies, and it symbolizes the evil that is the basic nature of human nature. We will see later how it symbolizes that. Let us take a more detailed but still brief synopsis of the story so that you know the events in which things happen. This novel has the background of World War. It is not clear whether it is the World War I or World War II, but basically the background is of a world war. Now, during this world war, this plane carrying a group of boys is hit by a rocket or missile and crashes on a deserted island. Now, the boys survive and they decide that if they want to survive on this island, they have to work as a group. So, Ralph takes a conch, which is called Shankh in Hindi, and he blows it so all the boys gather around him, which makes him the natural leader. He divides the boys into two groups. One would be the hunting group, who would be responsible for getting food, and the second group would search for other ways to survive. Jack is appointed the leader of the hunting group. Along with Ralph, Piggy accompanies him, and his glasses are used to build a fire that would signal perhaps a passing ship that somebody needs to be rescued from the island. Now, this blowing of the conch, which brings together all the boys, is considered to be a symbol for the beginning of a society. When the boys come to the island, there are no adults, there are no rules, there are no people, so there is no civilization, no society, no way of life that the boys have to follow. They can build the society as they wish, or they can even resist building a society. But when Ralph blows the conch and assumes natural leadership, a new kind of society is already being formed. This is the first step of building a civilization. Now, what happens is Jack's hunting boys are charged with the task of keeping the fire burning at all times. But instead of doing their work, they engage into play and fun, and the fire is doused, and a passing ship therefore does not notice them. This creates tension between Ralph and Jack. Jack by now has been covered by his savage instincts. At first, he hesitates to kill a pig because he thinks it is uncivilized, but slowly he realizes that there are no rules on the island and no moral policing. So now he slowly begins to release his savage instincts and he begins to enjoy killing things. Along with him, the group also is encouraged to be violent, to take pleasure in killing, and not to kill just for food but also for fun. Now, this goes in complete opposition to Ralph's nature, where he acts as a civilizing force of the society. He tries to bring the society together, he tries to maintain peace. Jack, on the other hand, indulges into violence and enjoys the chaos that occurs when he or his group kills for fun. Now, during this fire, they rebuild a fire, and this fire spreads instead of containing itself. So, a huge part of the forest is burned, and a little boy in their group, who is also called the Little Un, dies in the fire because he is never seen again. This creates greater tension between Ralph and Jack, and because of his lust for power or hunger for power, he gets into frequent quarrels with Ralph. And the boys finally are sharply divided into two groups. They either belong to Ralph's group or they belong to Jack's group. Now, because this is the World War and planes are being employed, another plane on their island is hit down, and a dead man in a parachute lands on a tree on that part of the island. The boys see it from afar and they think it is a beast. They do not venture near it because they think that the beast might kill them. So, from afar, Jack and Ralph climb a mountain, and from afar, they think it is a deformed ape because the shape and the silhouette is far away. So, they come back to the boys and tell them, who are even more frightened. Jack sees this as an opportunity to show off his hunting skills and to gain power or dominance over the rest of the group. They decide to declare themselves a hunting community, and they break away from the order of civilization that Ralph has attempted to create. They paint their faces, and they also offer a ritual sacrifice to the beast. Therefore, the beast stands as their god in this new culture that is followed by Jack. And in the pagan style, Jack and his friends kill a pig, cut off the head of the pig, and offer that head to the beast as an offering. This is decidedly a pagan style of worshipping the Satan. This head then is called the Lord of the Flies. This is a dead character, but it is a symbol for the evil that lies in all humans. Jack then decides to overthrow Ralph, but a majority of the boys refuse to elect Jack as the leader and they want Ralph back. So Jack's group at one point tries to attack them, but that would come later. Now there is another important character whom we know as Simon. Simon is a shy kid who is intelligent, who is also thoughtful and brave. Unlike Jack and Ralph, he actually goes up close to the beast to inspect whether he is a beast or something else. There he sees the slaughtered head of the pig and realizes that there is in fact no beast. The beast is not there in the jungle. The real beast lies in the heart of people. So this beast that is worshipped by Jack is a symbol of evil, and Simon understands that evil resides in every heart. So even if they are given a new chance to explore a new world and to bring a new civilization that undoes the flaws of current society, it is apparent by how Jack and the group behaves that human nature cannot be corrected, and evil is not there because it is there in the natural order, but it lies in one's hearts. When Simon returns to tell the boys that there is no beast and maybe the beast is in their own hearts, the group, including Ralph, are in a frenzy. They are having fun, they are tipsy, and forgetting Simon, thinking him to be an animal, they kill him. Now, at night, they realize what they have done, and in the morning, Jack Ralph and Piggy are talking about how by mistake they killed Simon the previous night. Suddenly, Jack's group attacks Ralph's groups at this time. They steal Piggy's glasses because they want to light a fire and want to be rescued. Because there is no friendship between these two groups now, the only way to return home or to care for their own survival was to consider the other as an enemy and not as a friend. So they steal Piggy's glasses and another boy kills Piggy. Now the rest of the group members run after Jack to kill him, but Jack escapes into the forest and hides there so that he can escape them. Suddenly, he sees a ship on the shore where an English naval officer is standing there after seeing the fire. Running after him, the boys also come there, and the officer is shocked at the violence because the boys' hands are smeared in blood. They are carrying daggers and other instruments for killing Ralph, and Ralph is running to escape them. This end of innocence of childhood shocks the naval officer, who believes that children are basically innocent and they are corrupted only as they grow up because of the influence of the society around them. Ralph is happy and the boys are happy that they will finally be rescued and somehow they return to their senses. But by then, they realize that they have gone too far in killing them and they weep for what they have lost. The friends, the civilization, the innocence that comes with childhood, all of that is lost. And the naval officer turns his back to them so that they can have a chance